Hi there, welcome to my Mad Monkey Talk, and today we'll be talking about monkeys and a little bit about how their mind works, figuring out what are the differences and similarities that we share with them. When most people think about primates thinking, we think of Planet of the Apes. We think of our distant cousins, relatives, overpowering and overruling us, destroying mankind as we know it, and taking over the world, which, is always up in the air. And then there's those who are offended and even uncomfortable with the idea of evolution that we won't even be talking about it. What we will be discussing is how a lot of researchers have found out that monkeys are capable of metacognition. Metacognition is the ability to think about thinking, knowing that they have ideas and thoughts. Researchers at Harvard and Yale have even recognized that they can spontaneously know when they are ignorant and need to reach out and seek further information. So monkeys know when they do not know and need to find answers to their problems, which is a skill that we solely thought that we held as humans. So in this speech, we will be going over what we currently know about how the mind of monkeys works. I personally have always loved monkeys. They are my favorite animal, actually. As a child and even as an adult, I kind of have been ashamed of my admiration for these furry little creatures. I don't know if it's because all the monkey jokes, like a monkey would like a monkey, you look like a monkey and you smell like one too, and you live in a zoo and quit monkeying around, and that I, as silly as it sounds, have had to lie about my favorite animal, telling people I preferred elephants, a more socially acceptable animal, versus one that occasionally is affiliated with throwing its own feces and biting off of a human face or two. As a child, like I discussed, I have collected them, I have done a lot of reading and research on them, and the information given I have always thought and felt is very limited, that we are only scratching the surface and at the tip of the iceberg of all the information about monkeys and why and how they are the way that they are. So let's go over some of the information that we do know about monkeys and some of the difference between them and our great apes. Right now, currently, there's 264 different types of monkeys known in the world. All the monkeys primarily live in Asia and Africa and Central and South America. Monkeys found in the Americas are known as New World monkeys, and monkeys found in Asia and Africa are the prosimians, and all of our great apes are known as Old World monkeys. Monkeys have been found on every continent except for Antarctica and Australia, and we think this is due solely because of geographical distance. It wasn't until recently that they've even evolved to prefer tropical climates and living around the equator, because technically they can live in all terrains. They also think that this is probably, like myself, one reason why that there's just, not that big of a fan of the cold and traveling across large bodies of water, that they are found where they are found. And so that is one of the main differences. Another main difference between New World and Old World monkeys is actually their nostril distance. New World monkeys actually have more broad, further away nostrils, and Old World monkeys have more narrow or closer together nostrils. They also have the difference of the prehensile tail. All monkeys with a prehensile tail are New World monkeys, but not all New World monkeys have a prehensile tail, which is the ability to grab and hold things like a finger or a hand. And so that right there is also the big division between monkeys and great apes, is great apes don't have a prehensile tail. And so with this extremity difference, they actually tend to have more of an upright walking position and even do more of a knuckle walking. And because of this, they can even bipedally walk, so walk on 2 feet versus being on 4s for short distances. This is also another reason why that baboons and large apes are more primarily seen on the ground. They're more terrestrial living, and monkeys with their prehensile tail are more arboreal, which living in the trees, swinging around. And that right there, all species of primates have the adaptation to climb trees, but it's just because of their size if they do or not. Like I said, they have the bigger brains and the bigger bodies, but because of that, they, just don't, they've lost that capability over time. So now that we have a better understanding of the branches of primates and why they are where they are, let's get into the mind of the monkey. Primary traits that all primates share, including us, is good grasping ability. So we all have opposable thumbs, and then some have the prehensile tail again, like we discussed. And then our most important dependent sense is vision. And with that, it has increased our brain size, and one reason why we are more intelligent than other mammals. And then because of this increased brain size, our youth and our young and babies take a lot more time to mature. And so that is one reason why we build such complex social behavior and dynamics between each other. And this is also why evidence of how cognitive animals really are, especially when we have growing evidence of primates and monkeys using tools and hunting and gathering and using medicines even, like different types of homeopaths for getting rid of bugs naturally, or finding natural antibacterials. And it's crazy how interesting and intelligent they are capable of becoming, and why in ways, in a sense, they are the key to unlocking our own brains, and why it's so debatable on why if we should even do research on monkeys, because we could cure a lot of diseases if we were able to keep doing ongoing research, but because it's one of those greater evils and in the name of science, and it just might forever remain a mystery, which I do not mind, because I feel like we already know a little too much, and it's one thing that maybe should be safe and sound from humans. So it's nice to appreciate those other animals and the planet, and just know how we're all products of Mother Nature, and growing and learning how to behave and live with each other, and why monkeys are incredibly interesting and share so many similarities, not only physically and mentally. In this speech, we went over my obsession with monkeys, all the different branches, and how the mind is comparable to the way that our own works. All right, enough of this monkey business.